Hello, and welcome to Fascist News Night. Thank you for joining us, not considering that you are a tourist.
Tonight, we are going to be covering many issues, including why is the economy so bad, where did all the resources go, and immigrants, who needs them? But first, we want to thank our sponsor, the state. Thank you for locking down our country and strengthening our economy. We couldn't be here without your massive control of the government.
All state, it's in your future.
First on the dock, why is fascism so great? Correspondent Izzy is here with the scoop.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Before we start with tonight's program, let me give you some background information. Fascism came about after World War I as a mix of capitalism and communism. Economic anxieties, or the perception of, allowed for powers to seize control by defining clear in-groups and out-groups, as is clearly shown by Mussolini of Italy or Hitler of Germany. The domineering state that we love came from communism, while the focus on propping up industry, which we also love, came from capitalism. The result is our glorious country's massive state that gives everyone a scapegoat, immigrants and outgroups.
Wow, thanks Izzy. Stirring stuff. Sometimes I forget how terrible all those outgroups are and how blessed we are for being saved by them from the state.
Yes, indeed. Now let's go to Isaac for global climate.
Hey! Thanks, guys. Analyzing the current political climate today reveals one of the key issues. Fascism is on the rise around the globe, partly because of an increase of globalization. This globalization allows fascism to rise because leaders are able to take advantage of this nationalism and the culture around it, creating a sense of hyper-nationalism, one might say, and love for the state. In states all around the world, for example, Brazil, Venezuela, even in the United States, leaders are rising to power using xenophobic and alienating language. However, many of these leaders would be more identified as neo-fascists than fascists because they're more focused on their internal affairs rather than trying to expand their power. Also, I think the world is getting like a little warmer, and it might be because it's man-made.
Hey! What did I tell you about global warming?
But the science,
It only exists outside of the state.
But the science...
Anyway, it sure is good to hear that fascism is on the rise.
Isn't it always? Up next, we're hosting an exclusive interview with notorious globalist Cecilia.
Thanks for joining me, Cecilia. To start, explain why you have the concerns about the rise of fascism.
Happy to be here, Catherine. Fascism is remarkably dangerous and puts many lives at risk. For example, hate crimes against minorities demonstrably rose after the election of notorious neo-fascist Donald Trump. These boosts were statistically significantly higher in districts where he had rallies during the campaign season.
Sure, but isn't it great that fascists secure our country and enforce our industry?
Not necessarily. Those benefits are often deceiving and are just protecting society from addressing the more overarching problems that plague capitalism.
So what do you suggest?
Well, there are a few alternative options. The U.S. and the world needs to distinguish whether we should combat fascism economically, politically, or societally. Liberal societies can focus on welfare programs and subsiding industry in order to protect workers from ever reaching that point of anxiety that drives them to a fascist state. We can also work on mobilizing voter bases and engaging the entire populace, which could be a key in defeating them politically. Finally, we can try to defeat them socially, which would mean we address the underlying racism that plagues many states and to try to push substantial societal change so that neo-fascists no longer have a base to feed upon.
All state.
Boy, that was weird.
Yeah, I didn't listen to anything that person said. Up next, we have sports with Amelia.
Hey guys, I'm out here at the annual Super Bowl between the globalists and the fascists, and I just spoke with the globalist head coach. They've been getting kicked down by the fascists in the first half, but his policy recommendation was to battle the fascists by combating them socially. The coach said that they will never truly be able to combat the scourge that is fascism until we fully address and repair the deeply damaged racial relations around the world and attempt to fully eradicate the racism that plagues this planet. Back to you, Abby and Jack Henry.
Man, I hope those fascists win.
Yes, I am inclined to agree. Well, the tornado siren is blaring, which means our time is up. Thanks for joining us, and finally enjoy this final word from our sponsor.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Are you tired of these dirty outsiders coming into our country? Yes. Do you want the beautiful harmony within our beautiful land, like how our founding fathers have?
Yes.
Allstate is the right insurance for you. We'll provide perfect protection from the outsiders. Criminals! Call us whenever you find outsiders. We'll be there within 15 minutes. The most trusted and widely used insurance in this country. Allstate. It's all for the state, but not the state for all.
The members in Group 12. Peace.